Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some more post 1961 Apba bats with the Florida Marlins traveling out to Arizona to take on the Diamondbacks in game one of a four-game series. And they'll lead it off with the Marlins batting. In the leadoff spot is Castilla playing second. Batting second, playing left field is Culligan. Batting third, playing shortstop is Ramirez. Batting fourth, playing right field is Sheffield. Batting fifth, playing center field is Ozuna. Batting sixth, playing first base is Bohr. Batting seventh, playing third base is Prado. Batting eighth, doing the catching is Real Mento. Batting eighth is the train. Dontrelle ninth, doing the pitching is Dontrelle Willis. And for the hometown Diamondbacks, we got leading off playing right field is Upton. Batting second, playing shorts is Crinton. Batting third, playing first base is Goldsmith. Batting fourth, playing left field is Gonzalez. Batting fifth, playing second base is Bell. Batting sixth, playing center field is Finley. Batting seventh, playing third base is Reynolds. Throwing the catching and batting eighth is Miller, and on the mound, batting ninth is Kennedy. Let's get down here to the game and get this thing started. And you see Arizona's schedule. Like I said, this is a four-game series. They got three more games here in Arizona against Florida. Then they travel down to Atlanta or over to Atlanta and play the Braves. And they'll lead it off here for the Marlins is Castilla batting .257 with no homers and 2 RBIs. And Kennedy is making his fourth start of the year. He's 1-1 with a 4 ERA. Here's the pitch to Luis. And that's going to be a ground ball down to his counterpart Bell at second. He fires over to first, and there's one down. And Chris Culligan comes to the plate. And Chris, he's batting .333, off to a great start with no homers and 3 RBIs. And that ball is well hit. See where this ends up at in Arizona. And that ball is driven into the gap in right field, splits the defense. He's got himself a one-out double, and the Diamondbacks are in business here. A runner on second for Hanley Ramirez, and Ramirez is batting .328, off to a great start with 5 homers and 14 RBI. And that ball is well hit. Where's this going to land at? Against the righty. 12. That'd be a 20, and that was a 6, right? Yep, 20 and a 6. And that's going to be a double in the left field. And just like that, the Marlins take a 1-0 lead as Hanley Ramirez keeps up the good hitting. And it's 1-0 Marlins. Now you got Gary Sheffield, who's struggling this year so far, only batting .107. He has 2 homers and 7 RBIs. That's going to be against the 3. That should be fielding column 3. And it is. And it's going to be a ground ball down the third. Reynolds' only play is going to be over to first. Ramirez is going to make it down the third. So another run is 90 feet away for Ozuna. Ozuna is batting .306 with 2 homers and 10 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. Kennedy walks him, and now it's first and third and 2 outs. Diamondbacks already got a run on the board here. And Justin Bohr batting .032. He is 1 for 31. That one hit was a homer with 2 RBIs. And that's going to be another base on balls. And Kennedy has walked himself into a bases loaded. A guy hitting .032, he walks him. And now you got Prado up. Martin is batting 236. Nowhere to put him. Everywhere you look, there's a fish out on that pond. Ramirez down at third, Ozuna at second, Bohr at first, Prado at the plate, batting 236 with no homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to right field. Upton makes the catch near the line. And the Marlins leave the bases loaded. They do score one, take a 1-run lead into the bottom of the first. Diamondbacks now coming to the plate with Upton, Clinton, and Goldsmith. Justin is batting 194 with 6 homers and 8 RBIs. This is the big train Willis's 4th start of the year. He's 0-1 with a 6.5 ERA. Here's the pitch to Upton, and that's going to be a fly ball out the left. And there's one down here in the first. Alex grabs a bat and comes up to the plate, batting 226 with no homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be another fly ball out the left. Chris is busy out there. 2 fly balls, 2 outs. And it's up to Paul Goldsmith to get something started. Goldsmith batting 271 with 4 homers and 9 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Prado. That's going to be a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the top of the 6th. Florida with a 1-run lead. And JT due up, followed by Willis, and back to Castilla. JT's batting 214 with no homers and 5 RBIs. And here's the pitch to JT. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Kennedy's first strikeout of the game. 1 up and 1 down here. And the D train comes up. Willis batting 200, says he don't need no stinking DH. And he's got an RBI on the year. And he gets a hold of this. I told you, old Willis says he doesn't need a DH, and he proves it right, because that's going to be a double in the right field. And 1 out double. And the Marlins making some noise again here in the second. The top of the order coming up. Every time you let the pitcher get on, it's not a good thing. And Castilla's 0 for 1 today. Can he drive in Willis from second? And he might, because that ball's squared up, and Kennedy's having a rough start to this game. And that's going to be another double. This one's going to be hit in the left center field. And just like that, they double their fun, double their pleasure. They double their lead with double mint gum. Brought to you by Spearmint. Wrigley Spearmint Double Mint. And Chris comes up and calling 1 for 1. He doubled and came around to score the first run of this ball game. And that's going to be a infield. 7, 9, 12, 27. That'll be fielding column 2. And that's going to be popped up behind home plate. Miller makes the catch. And there's 2 down now. Runner still at second. And Hanley Ramirez, who had an RBI double his first time up, he's 1 for 1. Can he do it again? No. That's going to be a ground ball back down the first. Paul's up with it. Tosses it over to Kennedy covering. But RBI double by Castilla makes this a 1-1 game, as there was back-to-back doubles. Old Willis now helping his own cause. Has a 2-0 lead going into the bottom of the second, facing Gonzalez, Bell, and Finley. And Gonzalez batting 241 with 5 homers and 11 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Castilla at second. And there's quickly 1 out. And Jay Bell comes to the plate. And Bell's batting 160. He's got 2 homers and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be against the lefty. 4. That's going to be a base hit in the center field. Jay Bell gets aboard here with a 1-out single. And the tying run comes to the plate, and Steve Finley. Finley batting 213 with 4 homers and 8 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. 55 and an 8 should be fielding column 2. Actually, it's going to be fielding column 3. And a runner will get down. The second only play for Ramirez is over to first. And now you got a runner at second and 2 outs for Mark Reynolds. Reynolds is batting .269. He's got 4 homers and 6 RBIs on the year. And that ball is crushed, folks. That ball is far. That ball, how far is it going to go is the question. Kiss it goodbye. Mark Reynolds has just tied this ball game up, folks. Driven that one down the line. And it's a 2-2 ball game. Willis with one bad pitch now. It's got a tie game, and you got Miller up to the plate. Miller batting .080. He is 2 for 25. One of those 2 hits was a homer and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Willis bounces back, gets the strikeout. But the 2-run homer by Mark Reynolds makes it a 2-2 game. We go to the top of the third. Sheffield due up here, followed by Ozuna and Bohr. And Gary's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Finley waits for it, makes the catch, and there's 1 down. Ozuna comes up, and he walked his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Kennedy strikes him out, his second strikeout of the game. And Justin Bohr comes up now. He walked back in the first. And not this time. He squares this one up against Kennedy. And that ball is driven out to right field. Give Upton credit. Gets over there quickly. And Justin's going to stop at first. He made a big turn. He heads back, and it's up to Martin Prado. Keep this inning going with 2 outs. Martin's 0 for 1. And that's going to be a lazy fly ball out to Finley. And the Marlins strand 1 to the bottom of the third. We go in a 2-2 tie. And Kennedy will lead it off. Order a turnover, and Upton and Alex will come up. Ian's 0 for 5, looking for his first hit. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Ramirez. He fires over the first, and there's quickly 1 out. And Justin Upton's up. He's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Prado. Quickly 2 outs. And Alex, can he get a 2-out rally started? He's 0 for 1. And that's going to be against the lefty, a 10. And that's going to be a single in the left field. So Alex gets a 2-out base hit. And up to the plate now is Paul Goldsmith. And we just dropped the whole damn cards, which is great. Just great. Get everything back in order here. Alrighty, now we're ready. I guess now it's an official game. Instead of dropping the dice, I dropped the cards. So Paul's up. He's 0 for 1. Runner on first, 2 outs in a 2-2 game. Here's the pitch to Paul. And that's going to be a 2 balls and no strike count on him. Paul felt this 2-0 pitch here, maybe give the Diamondbacks the lead. And nope, he walks the hard way. Willis doesn't want nothing to do with Paul. So now the go-ahead runs down at second with 2 outs, and Gonzalez is up. And can Luis here, old Gonzo, can he do something? He's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be against the lefty, a 20 and an 8. And that is going to be a ground ball down the short. He fires over the first, and that'll end the inning. And the Diamondbacks strand 2. We go to the top of the 4th in a 2-2 tie. Got the bottom part of the order due up here for the Marlins. JT, Willis, and then it switches over to Castilla. Excuse me. Riamento's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be against the righty 15. And that's going to be a leadoff hit for JT. He's aboard here with a single. And Willis is going to come up to the plate here. Try to bunt him over to second. Willis hit a double and came around to score his first time up. And he gets a hold of this one while he's bunting. Man, I shouldn't have bunted. 52 and a 6. And that's going to be a bunt down the third. Reynolds is up with it. He fires over the first with Bell covering. That gets the job done. And now the runner's in scoring position for Castilla. And Luis, he's 1 for 2 with an RBI double his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Finley calls for it, makes the catch. And there's 2 down. JT with his speed will stay put. And it's going to take a 2-out base hit by Culligan, who's 1 for 2. He doubled and came around to score in this game. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Upton. And that'll end the inning. And JT gets stranded at second. We're still tied at 2 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. You've got Bell due up, followed by Finley and Reynolds. Bell's 1 for 1, came around the score on the 2-run homer by Reynolds. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Sheffield for out number 1. 1 up and 1 down here in the 4th. And Steve Finley's 0 for 1, grounded out his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Finley finds himself down at first with a 1-out walk. And now Mark Reynolds is up. He hit that homer his last time up, a 2-run shot to tie this game up. And that's going to be a 2 balls and no strikes. He falls behind on Reynolds. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Willis comes back after falling behind 2-0 and strikes him out. A big strikeout there. Now there's 2 outs and Miller time. And Miller struck out his first time up. That's going to be a 13. That's going to be a ground ball down the third, 34 and a 4. Fielding column 2. And he'll go to short way over to second. Prado will. And that'll end the inning. And the Diamondbacks strand 1. To the top of the 5th we go. Got the big boys due up here. Ramirez, Sheffield, and Ozuna. And Ramirez is 1 for 2 with an RBI double. Here's the pitch to Hanley. And that's going to be a ground ball out in front of the plate. Nice play by Miller. He picks it up, fires it down the first, and there's 1 out. Little Baltimore chopper doesn't go nowhere. Gary Sheffield comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a fly ball out to left field. Luis Gonzalez calls for it, makes the catch. 2 up and 2 down here in the 5th. Zuna do something here in a 2-2 tie. He's 0 for 1. He has yet to put the ball in play. He has struck out his last time up and walked his other time up. And that's going to be a base hit. He goes the other way with it, drives that ball in the right field. And then we got a 2-out single. Justin Bohr comes to the plate. He's 1 for 1. He singled his last time up. That's going to be against the righty, a 16 and a 8. And that's going to be popped up down the third. Reynolds makes the call, makes the catch, and the Marlins strand 1. To the bottom of the 5th we go. Kennedy due up, and then we're back to the top of the order in Upton and Alex. And Ian's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a rare play, a 12 and a 36. And that's going to be ball 1. He falls behind on the pitcher. Let's see if Kennedy can do something about this. Get himself on here. And nope, that comes back. Willis does and strikes him out after falling behind 0-1. It's Willis's third strikeout of the game. And we're back to the top of the order in Upton. He was 0 for 2. Here's the pitch to Justin. And he drives this one, folks. That ball is hit down the first base line. And that's going to land in there for a double. So 1-out double by Upton. And the Diamondbacks got the go-ahead run in scoring position for the big boys. Coming up here. What happened here when I dropped the cards? Dropped the cards here, and we got stuff all messed up. I didn't pick one up, I guess. Where did it go? Not good. There it is, stuck in the chair. Alrighty, now we're good. Now you got Alex up. Now that we got that straightened out. So Alex is up. He's 1 for 2. He singled his last time up. Runner in scoring position. 1 out. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be hit down to short. 44 and an 8. That'll be fielding column 2. And he'll look the runner back to second, fire over to first. And now there's 2 down. And a runner still at second. It'll take a 2-out base hit for Paul. Goldsmith's 0 for 1. He did walk his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball. Nope, that's a swing and a miss. Willis strikes him out. Now to end the inning, we go to the top of the 6th, still 2-2. You got Prado, JT, and Willis, the bottom third of the order, due up here in the 6th. And Prado's 0 for 2's flown out the right and center. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Alex has got it, fires over to Justin at first. Paul at first, rather. There's 1 down. And can JT get something going? He singled his last time up. He's 1 for 2. And that's going to be a rare play, a 52 and a 36. That's going to be a foul ball, strike 1. So here's the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be hit down the short. Alex again makes the play, and there's quickly 2 outs here. And it's up to Mr. Willis, who's having a damn good game at the plate and on the mound. He's 1 for 1, doubled and came around the score. Also had a sacrifice bunt. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Upton. And that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3 goes Marlins. We go to the bottom of the 6th. You got the big boys due up, Gonzalez, Bell, and Finley. And Gonzo is 0 for 2 today. He's grounded out both times. That's going to be a hit by pitch. Willis hits him. Don't think he meant to do that in a tie ball game. Go ahead, run it first. Bell comes to the plate, and Bell's 1 for 2. He singled and came around the score back in the 2nd. That's going to be a swing and a miss. So maybe the hit batter stripped Bell up a little bit. Now there's 1 out, and Steve Finley coming up. Finley's 0 for 1. He walked his last time up. And he gets a hold of this one. Let's see where this is going to end up at. 19 and a 4. That's going to be a triple in left center field. And just like that, the Diamondbacks take a 3-2 lead and a runner in 90 feet away. Going to force the Marlins to bring the infield in this close ball game. Mark Reynolds, who's already homered in this game, he's 1 for 2 with a 2-run homer. Did strike out his last time up. And that's going to be a 54 and a 4. That'll be fielding column 2. That's a pop up down the first and fair territory. And that'll be out number 2. So it's going to be up to Miller here. It's Miller time with a runner down there at third. Miller's 0 for 2. And he's going to be 0 for 3. That ball is hit down to Ramirez. He fires over to first. That'll end the inning. But the RBI triple by Finley makes it a 3-2 game as we go to the top of the 7th. You got the top of the order due up here. Castillo, Culligan, and Ramirez against Kennedy. And Luis is 1 for 3 with an RBI double. And he gets a hold of this one. Let's see where this is going to go. Kennedy doesn't like having the lead, it looks like. That's going to be a lead-off double. So right away, the Marlins get the tying run in scoring position. A go-ahead run comes to the plate. Can Kennedy pitch around this? I'd like for him to. He's supposed to lead off the bottom of the 7th. Chris is 1 for 3. He's doubled in this game. That's going to be a 17 and a 9. And that's going to be a single through short. Gonzalez doesn't have much of an arm out there. 43. 33. That'll be a 63 or lower. He's safe. And he's barely safe. Man, Miller's jumping up and down. He swears he plowed the tag, but the umpire's not changing his mind. He says no. We slid under the tag, and it's a 3-3 game, folks. With a runner down at first, still nobody out. And Hanley Ramirez comes up. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI double. Here's the pitch to Ramirez, and that's going to be 20 and a 10. Yeah. And that's going to be popped up down the third. Reynolds waits for it, makes the catch in shallow left field. There's 1 down. Gary Sheffield comes to the plate now. He's 0 for 3. Can Gary get a base hit here? And that's going to be a base on balls. Kennedy walks him, and now he's in a mess here. And a tie game. Go ahead, run at second. Some insurance runs on the base. First and second, 1 out for Ozuna. He has walked once and struck out and singled his last time up. And that's going to be a 40, a team. It'll be 7, 9, 27, 32, 32, 33, 34, 40. That's going to be a line drive in the center field, and he is going to double up Chris at second. Nice play by Finley. Line drive double play. And that'll end the inning. Ozuna hits it hard, but right at him. We go to the 7th inning stretch. It's a 3-3 game. Willis is going to try to make it through this 7th inning. This will be it for Kennedy. He goes 7 innings, gives up 9 hits on 3 runs. We'll have a pitch hitter for him. Start this inning off. See who's going to come off the bench here. Marte's going to come off the bench. He'll bat from the right side. So Marte comes up, and he is batting 182 with a homer and 2 RBIs. Here's the pitch to him, and that's going to be a ground ball down the bore. He calls off Willis, takes it himself, and there's quickly one out here in the 7th. Back to the top of the order in Upton, and Upton's 1 for 3, doubled his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down Luis at second. And now there's quickly 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th. And it's up to Alex to keep this inning going. He's 1 for 3 today. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Willis strikes him out. Diamondbacks go down in order. To the top of the 8th we go in a 3-3 tie. You got Board due up, followed by Prado and JT. Let's see who's going to come out of the bullpen. Kim's going to come out of the pen. So Kim will come out here and pitch this 8th inning. And this is Kim's 6th appearance of the year. He's 0-1 with a 2.25 ERA. He'll have Boer, Prado, and JT to deal with. Here's the pitch to JT, 1 for 2 today. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Kim strikes him out for out number 1. And Gonzalez comes up, and he's 0 for 3 today. Can he get something going here? And that's going to be a fly ball out to Finley. Wait a second here. Got the wrong shit going on here. It's Prado due up, not Gonzalez. That's still going to be a fly ball out to center field. Sorry about that. So fly ball out to center field for Prado. And JT comes to the plate now with 2 outs and nobody on. JT is 1 for 3 today with a single in this game. And that's going to be against a righty. 17. That's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Gonzalez makes the catch, and that'll do it. The Marlins go down 1-2-3 to the bottom of the 8th we go. Let's see here if Willis is going to pitch or do a double switch here. That is the question. That is the question. So Willis is supposed to lead off the top of the 9th. Let's see here. Do we want to do a double switch? $156. Hmm. We're going to let Willis try to get through this inning. It'll be a short leash, and then we'll have to make a decision here. So he's got Goldsmith, Gonzalez, and Bell due up. So Goldsmith is 0 for 2. He has walked in this game, struck out his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Alex at short. So now there's one out here in the 8th. And Gonzalez comes to the plate, and he is 0 for 2. He did get hit by a pitch and came around the score at the time to go ahead run in the 6th. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Prado. And now there's 2 outs and nobody on. Can Mr. Bell do something here in this 8th inning in a 3-3 tie? Bell's 1 for 3 today. He also struck out his last time up. That's going to be a base on balls. So the go-ahead runs down at first. And that might be it for Willis. Well, no, we'll let him pitch to the lefty. So Steve Finley, though, is 1 for 2. He had that RBI triple his last time up. Here's the pitch to Finley. And he's done it again, folks. It's the same spot. Exact same spot that ball was hit over. Everybody's head rolls around out there, and Finley has hit his second triple of the game. And it is now a 4-3 game, and Willis cannot believe it as the lefty does him in. That's going to be it for Willis. Let's see here. We'll do a double switch. We'll have a whole new battery mate coming in as Sisk is going to come in. And Johnson will come in to catch. We'll do a double switch. So we'll have a new catcher and a new pitcher coming in. So Steve will come in and bat in the 8th spot. And Charlie will come in and bat in the 9th spot. So Willis can't make it through this 8th inning. And now is losing this game 4-3 with a runner down at third. Mark Reynolds at the plate. And this is Steve's 6th game. He is 1 save on the year with a 7.7 ERA. Finley down at third. Reynolds at the plate. Charlie Johnson at the backstop. Now Mark Reynolds is 1 for 3 with a 2-run homer. Here's the pitch to Mark. That's going to be a base on balls. So Reynolds walks on down to first. Now it's first and third and 2 outs for Miller time. And Miller is 0 for 3 today. Here's the pitch to Damian. That's going to be a 36. That's going to be a wild pitch. And the runner's going to score, and the other runner's going to get down to second. So now you got a runner down at second, and now it's a 5-3 ball game. They couldn't afford that. And here's the 1-0 pitch to Miller. And that's going to be a 35 and a 4. That'll be fielding column 1. That's going to be a foul ball down the first base line. And that'll be caught by Justice. And that'll end the inning. But the Diamondbacks score 2 and take a 5-3 lead into the 9th. We might do a double switch here as Bradley's going to come out of the bullpen to try to lock this down. And let's see here. Let's see. Okay, so Bradley's just going to come in the game. We're not doing a double switch. So Archie's coming in. Going to try to lock this game down. He's got a 5-3 lead. This is Archie's 7th appearance. He's got 2 saves on the year with a 2.08 ERA. He's got Charlie Johnson due up his first plate appearance. He came in on the double switch. And we're back to the top of the order in Castillo and Culligan. And Johnson's only batting 156. He has 1 homer and 5 RBIs. Let's see what happens here. Diamondbacks leading by 2, 5-3. Here's the pitch to Charlie. And that's going to be a 21. That's going to be a ground ball down the Reynolds. He fields it cleanly, fires over to Paul for out number 1. And we're back to the top of the order in Castilla. And he's having a fine game. He's 2 for 4 with 2 doubles and an RBI and came around to score his last time up. And he's done it again here, folks. Let's see. He drives that ball out in left field, and Luis Gonzalez, nice dive and catch, stops that from being a base hit. A little tip of the cap to him. Now there's 2 outs, and it's up to Chris to do something here. 2 outs, nobody on. And the Marlins trailing by 2. Chris is 2 for 4 with a double and RBI, and he came around to score once in this game, and he squares this one up. These Marlins aren't done yet. And that's going to be a double in the right field. That brings the tying run to the plate. And Hanley Ramirez, so a runner down at second. This is not who you want to face if you're the Diamondbacks. Ramirez is 1 for 4 with a double and an RBI. He's batting .324 on the year with 5 homers and 15 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Ramirez. And that's going to be a fly ball out the deep left field. Gonzalez back near the track, makes the catch, and that's your ball game, folks. As the Diamondbacks win this one 5-3. Go here and take a look at the box score. And the Diamondbacks 5 runs on 6 hits and no errors. The Marlins 3 runs out hit the Diamondbacks but couldn't outscore them. 3 runs on 10 hits, no errors. Chris Culligan had a hell of a game, 3 for 5 with an RBI. And Luis Castillo for the Marlins, 2 for 5. Top of the order did their job. The rest of the team let them down. And the Marlins are 3 for 11 with runners in scoring position, left 9 men on base. And the only multi-hit player for the Diamondbacks was Steve Finley. He was 2 for 3. The Diamondbacks were only 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Reynolds with that big 2-run homer, and Steve Finley with 2 RBI triples in this game. And they left 6 men on base. Willis picks up his second loss. He's 0-2, 7 2/3, 6 innings, 5 hits, walked 3, struck out 6, and gave up a homer. Steve comes in, pitches a third of an inning, walks 1. Kennedy gets a no decision, 7 innings, 9 hits, 3 runs, walked 3, struck out 2. Kim comes in, picks up his first win of the year. He's 1-1, pitches 1 inning, struck out 1. Bradley comes in, gets his third save of the year, 1 inning, 1 hit. And that was your ball game, folks. Take a look here at the box score and leaderboard for the National League. And the Braves are a game and a half up on the Mets. The Nationals are 2.5 games back. Phillies 3, and with the loss, the Marlins are 4.5 games back of Atlanta. And in the Central, You got the Brewers a half a game up on the Cardinals. The Pirates are a game back. The Cubbies and Reds a game and a half back. And the Astros are 3 games back. And out west, you got the Giants 2.5 games up on the Dodgers. And with the win, the Diamondbacks and Padres are 3 games back, and the Rockies 4.5. Jeff Bagwell's leading the National League with a 397 batting average. Barry Bonds is leading with 11 homers, and Sammy Sosa is leading the league with 19 RBIs. You got Kyle Hendricks leading with the league with a 0.75 ERA. 5 pitchers with 3 wins on the year, and Kent DeColvey leading the National League with 5 saves. Sammy Sosa's leading in the MVP voting, and Juan Marshall's leading in the Cy Young. Take a look here what game number 2 of this series is going to be pitching wise. That'll be the next game up on the channel. And it's going to be Josh Johnson going up against Robbie Ray. So Johnson against Ray in game number 2. I want to thank everybody for joining us here today. And if you're new to the channel and haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. Don't cost a dime. Hit that like button and bell. And until next time, folks, y'all have a great day and take care.